Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Chris with Flores Media. Today I want to do a comparison. I want to compare two lenses. I've got my A7C right now that's filming me with the Sony 35 1.8. Just got that lens and so far I already love it. I'm going to compare it with this Rokinon 35 1.4. I want to compare it, see does 1.4 versus 1.8, is it really that much better? I'm waiting for the sun to go down so we could do some low light photos. And also I want to compare what native glass versus this third-party glass is like. Okay, so for our test, nothing super scientific, nothing very mega scientific. I'm just gonna record the video on the A7C, and then the photos I'm gonna take with the A7 III, and then I'm gonna switch the lens back and forth so that you could see how the lens handles with video on the A7C and how it does with pictures on the A7 III, right? So I'll be switching the lenses in and out, right? So let's go take some photos with the A7 III and the Rokinon 35, right? Took some photos already with the Rokinon. Now I'm gonna put the Rokinon on the A7C so you can see how it handles with video autofocus, so that we can compare it against native glass 1.4 versus 1.8. All right, let's switch out the lenses. So we're on the Rokinon, testing the close focusing distance. Pretty good. Am I still in focus? There, I'm still in focus. All right, so right now I'm at 1.8. This is 1.6. And here's 1.4. All right, one thing that you probably can't tell right now, it's keeping it in focus, looks pretty good, at least on the screen. It's keeping it looking pretty sharp. I like the bokeh. Looking at the screen, the bokeh balls, they are kind of cat's eye lemon shaped, but again, that's like, I don't know, the untrained eye is just, it looks blurry in the background. Something else that I'm noticing is that the lens, you can hear it focusing. Of course, if you got a shotgun mic or you're recording audio like this with the Rode, you're not going to ever hear that, all right? But here's video autofocus at 1.4. Let's do a test, and I'm going to have my son help us with this video focus test, all right? All right, so hopefully my son did an okay job showing y'all like the video autofocus. I am looking at the screen right here, and I could see that it's like constantly jumping back and forth between my face and the eye, but it looks like it's tracking me. That just might be because I'm at 1.4, but I want to show you guys what 1.4 looks like. All right, so again, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8. All right, let's go up to 2. All right, so I can see the bokeh balls cleaning up. They're kind of rounding out better. But going back to 1.4, they kind of lemon shape back up, right? So final thoughts on this lens. I would say that it's pretty good. It's obviously a cheaper alternative than this guy, and it has a wider aperture. So if that's what you're into, I think it's a good buy. And I could see that's keeping me up to, it's tracking me very good. I put it on the A7C because the A7C has the newest autofocusing system, so that's why I decided to put it on this one to check out for video. What else can I say about the lens? It is heavy. This one's a lot lighter, so if you're doing a lot of gimbal work, you are going to get a lot tired. You're going to need a stronger gimbal to be able to handle this lens. But if you got something like the Gimbal S, like, you don't got to worry about it. The 1.4 is great. The filter size on this one, I believe it's 67, where on the Sony it's 55, so you might save a little bit of money on filters going with the Sony. I would say that the autofocus, obviously it's better on Sony just because that's native glass, but on this guy right here, I can't complain, right? I don't see too much hunting. It does take a little bit longer to lock on, and like again I said, it's kind of going back and forth between my face and my eye, whereas the Sony just locks onto my eye and that's about it, right? But so far I like it. The only thing that I kind of downside I think about the lens, it is a lot bigger than the Sony, and you can kind of hear it focusing, right? If you're doing straight up photography, I think this is going to be a great lens because of the wider aperture than the Sony. There's no custom buttons like on the Sony. There's no manual. You'll have to there's no manual autofocus button. You'll have to map it on the camera to be able to do it. But if you're a full-time photographer, or you're a photographer and focused, I think this will be a great buy, great lens, because I mean it locks on focus really fast. If you're a videographer, if you're doing YouTube, or if you're more focused on video, then you might want to go with the Sony just because of the better autofocus, the more reliable autofocus. And I don't know, in terms of colors, I don't think it really, I don't see a difference, at least on the screen. Maybe in the edit I'll be able to see a difference, but right now I'm not seeing anything. All right, so whether you want to go with the same Rokinon or the Sony, both of them will be in the description. I like them both, but if I had to pick one, I'm going with the Sony because it's lighter, more comfortable in the hands. All right, thank you all for watching. Catch y'all in the next video. Peace.